Hello everybody, this is The Horror Sickness and I'm back today, as you can see from the title, with something a little different. Tattooed Doorman, who we know from doing the 30 Days of Horror Challenge, has set up another challenge and I was jumping at the chance to get involved in something like this again. As far as I am aware, this is going to be a 7-day challenge, and just one day after the other for the next 7 days, I assume, unless it gets extended after that. But yeah, it's a really cool idea actually, childhood fears. I always like the idea of going back and thinking about kind of what it is that got you into horror, how young you were when you first saw it, them feelings that you used to get of being scared, because obviously a lot of people, once you watch a lot of films like this, you kind of become immune to them in a sense, especially just the being scared and the fear factor of them. They might be disturbing and everything and whatever else you get from them, but just generally a sense of fear and of being scared and that adrenaline kind of goes away in time, unfortunately. So it's nice to think back to when these kind of films did actually scare you. The first question, I need to rush through this a little bit, is basically asking us what our favourite film involving a toy that comes to life. I'm going to be pretty boring with this, I'm afraid. I must admit the first one that came to mind was Poltergeist. I'm sure a couple of people have picked this, and I know that Tattooed Doorman himself has picked it. Yeah, the clown in Poltergeist. I actually prefer everything that happens up to that, to be honest with you. That's kind of one of the reasons I haven't gone with it as well. I just think it seems like two different films. It goes a little bit too far for me, but still a fantastic movie. The one I'm going to go with is actually a franchise, and it's one of the big franchises. It's an obvious one. I'm sure a lot of people will pick it. I wish I had time to think and go through and pick out something a little bit more obscure. I did, but I don't have that anyway. I have seen it, but I don't have it in my collection. I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with Child's Play, Chucky. It's the obvious one, you know. I'm sure it's the one that everyone's going to kind of think of along with Poltergeist if this question first comes up. Specifically, I'm going to go with the first film. I know the question's not asking for the film, it's just asking for an example of a toy that comes to life. But the way he's portrayed in the first one to me is scary, or it was at the time. I remember this coming out back in '88. I was born in '83, so I was only 5 years old. I'm sure I didn't see it at the time. I can't remember doing so, but I know that a few years later I did. It was one of the earlier films that I watched. And this one, if you look back, actually, I know it's a little bit dated now, but they didn't so much go with the comedy. Once you get into the kind of later efforts of The Seed and The Bride, and even the third one, a lot more of the comedic element comes into it. But actually the first one, they kind of just went for scary, and it is. I mean, some of the scenes where well, it's an out-and-out slasher film. Some of the scenes where he's kind of stalking his victim and everything, you just see his little feet going around in the shadows and everything else. Just really well done, really scary, and I had to go for it. I'm really, really sorry, Tat and everybody else. I wish I could have picked something a little bit more obscure. I'll leave that to everyone else. I just want to mention real quick, you can hear that I'm talking really quick. I need to get this video out. Possibly, I might not get a video out tomorrow. I am getting ready. I've finally got the job. I had an interview the other day. I got a phone call today saying that I have the job, so I need to go to an induction thing tomorrow, and I'm not sure what shifts I'm going to be getting. So yeah, it's going to kind of cut down into my time to be able to do this. But day one, a toy that comes to life. My pick is Chucky from Child's Play. Tattooed Doorman, thank you very much for doing this, and I will do my best to get involved with the whole thing. Everybody else, if you haven't already, get a video together. Let's get involved again and make this place fun. And that's what it's supposed to be. So thank you very much for watching. It's been The Horror Sickness, and take it easy, everybody.